After losing the carry, it was a big loss, but I feel like that helped us to want to come back and want to win all the games and finally actually win a playoff game. I had pretty high expectations, to be honest. Even with losing all the seniors.
We had a lot of returning players. We had our face-off guy, Rudy Figueroa, Robbie Guglielmo, who's going to help us at attack. And then I was there for defense.
On Sundays, during the off-season, Zeke would have us here, practicing nice and early.
We do simple little drills, but these simple drills would really build team chemistry. And we'd really go a little crazy about it because we all wanted to win, even if it was a small drill, because winning the small things help contribute to the big things.
The season's built around, you have 4 non-conference games. Those are to prepare you for the beef of the season.
Of course you hope to see the good things about the team, but you also want to see the bad, because then that's really the time to be able to correct it for those conference games. It was very exciting. Now being a senior, being the top of the school and of the team, and just being able to get out there finally and just start playing for real.
We came out a little slow, and it kind of hurt us in the beginning. We kept fighting, and it got closer and closer till the end of the game when overtime came, and I knew it was my time to shine.
Rob he had his ways, and he came back for us and helped us put forward that W.
Seeing one of our top attackmen putting in a lot of goals and having a lot of assists, really contributing to the team, it made me think that we were unstoppable, honestly.
Everybody showed a lot of grit and definitely took some effort to be able to come back from that deficit. You know, everybody was upset. It's the first game.
We could be really good when we try and actually start from off the get like that. But if we don't, if we come out slow, it's going to be a rough game.
It was dark, cold. It was just sad tension inside the locker room, and when he dismissed everyone, he wasn't very happy. He had me and another captain sit back. He said, "What can we do to change?" We felt like we're doing a lot, and we want to know what we can change. So me and the other captain came around, and we gave him some game plans. Started doing more footwork drills, started to run new plays, tried to construct our offense better, and our defense needed to really build that chemistry.
Our defense, our slides weren't really there yet.
I knew we'd have some tough times coming in because of the lack of seniority coming into our squad. I wanted to implement onto the newcomers that you can get beat, you can make mistakes on defense. It happens all the time. Offense can get the better of you, but if you keep on playing and keep that head up, you will get the better of the offense most times.
It definitely was a motivator to push us to become the best we possibly could.
It just woke us up. We need to start winning. Like, these games are helping us to prepare for our conference.
Although we lost our friends, we were down 7-1, and coming back 5 goals in the fourth quarter is something to keep our heads up about.
If our offense could do this all year, we will have no problem stopping any team in our path.
It just showed us that what we could be if we put in all the time and practice and effort. Being 1-3, definitely worrying for the rest of the season, but also the teams that we played in the non-conference in those first 4 games are going to be better than many of the teams that were playing for the conference.
After hearing we dropped from 2A to 2B, we thought it was good for us as a team.
Last year, we were in a conference that was much more difficult.
We only won 1 league game.
It just wasn't fun because we went into every game last year knowing that we were probably going to lose, because Garden City and all of them, we don't compare to them. They're powerhouses.
My initial thoughts was we were going to be playing a lot more easier competition. I didn't think we'd have any problems winning.
It just looked like we could actually have more fun this year.
After being guaranteed a spot in playoffs last year, it took a lot of stress off us, but this year we knew we were not guaranteed.
You did feel the urgency knowing that you did have to win a certain amount of games to actually be able to play in the playoffs and not having it just gifted to you.
Zeke would always tell us that we got a target on our back. We're the big dogs in this conference.
Going into Jericho, we knew we'd have a tough game coming ahead.
That little play could be the difference in the game, guys. That one time we don't do it could be the difference. Right? That's the way you got to think about it. That's the kind of game I expect it to be. Like a four-quarter even battle, man. And whoever plays the better, whichever team plays better on Saturday is going to be the team that wins.
The expectations were if we beat Jericho, we can win the conference. And we wanted to put a name on that banner for ourselves.
The whole team was riled up. Everyone was fired up on the bus, playing on a beautiful grass field. We got out there, the music was pumping. We were all singing along, getting hyped. Everything you could possibly want in a team to click. And then the game started. It was a tight game, back and forth. We'd take the lead, we'd lose the lead. Everything would keep going back up and forth in cycles. It was really great to see how our team really came together as we faced like a tough obstacle. 10-9, we were down a man with a minute left. We pressured and had the goalie come out the net. Not everything came out as planned. Put a couple of late goals in the minute. Lost a pretty tough battle.
It was very defeating knowing that we went out there and put everything we had into it and still came out with a loss.
Silence, it was complete quiet, the bus ride home.
You could honestly hear a pin drop. It was a motivator because I knew that it wasn't just me and a couple guys into it, it was the whole entire team. Everyone felt that loss and everyone knew what it would take for us to win and never feel that loss again.
It definitely was a refocuser for everybody and definitely changed everybody's mindset from more of a, oh, we could beat whoever we play to we really need to buckle down and have good practices and be able to come out on top of these teams that we can compete with.
We focused more on our own play. Starting off slow was one of our main focuses on the early season.
When we get off to a good start, the game tends to go well, but when we spot them multiple goals, it crushes us.
We would go down a lot, 4-1 against Jericho, 5-0 against Roslyn. We didn't have our heads in the game as much as I thought we should. It was mostly the lack of faith we had in each other.
So we really need to fix our attitude.
We didn't really trust each other enough.
The attitude changed once we all started having fun and not getting on each other so hard and helping each other after someone made a mistake and picking them up.
We can't lose any more games. We're one of the best teams in this conference. We need to make the playoffs and make a name for ourselves.
We were playing on a neutral field, playing at American Avenue Middle School. It was a great day outside, warm temperature considering the cold games we've had prior. Towards the second quarter of the game, which was a shocker, was our goalie went down. He got an injury.
When I saw Griff get hit in the balls, I was like, wow, that hurt me.
I was pretty scared, to be honest.
I took a knee and he was just down for a while and I was just looking, I felt terrible. I'm thinking, what are we gonna do? Who's gonna step up?
Because knowing we didn't really have a backup goalie, and if he happened to be out for the rest of the season, who knows what it would have looked like.
And then I see Murray. He said, I'll do it, coach. No cup or anything. He hopped in the net.
He's got some balls, and some heart.
It was great to hear that one of our defensemen would step up and play a tough position, because goalie is a tough position for anyone.
I had some doubts, of course, because he'd never played before, but I still believe that he could make some stops, if not all, just make at least some to keep us in it.
It showed that he wasn't only in it for his team and for us, he was in it for the whole entire school. He wanted to represent who we were.
He made 7 or 8 saves, played amazing. Plus, he got hit in the balls also, but played it off cool.
We didn't let up in that game. We kept putting in goals in the net. We like to really focus on that game as it was a team effort, not just an individual effort. As we went to the locker room, we were all head high. Everyone was happy because we know we came in there and we dominated as a team, and no one came out there saying, I did it, I did it. We all did it. I knew that these games that we'd be playing in the last couple games of our season would be a good warm-up and practice for our actual playoff game.
Everyone that's playing a sport, they're athletes, and they're going to come out to play. They're coming out to beat you.
We know we needed every win to get to that spot, which we wanted, the 3 spot.
They're fun in the beginning, but once it gets to a point where it's just like you're beating them by a lot, it's just not as fun as it would be as if it was a game like Jericho, where it was pretty close the whole time and you're really competing and really into it. It makes everybody better because you're able to play against kids that are on the same level or above you, and it's just a lot better to play against those kids just for more of a developmental state so you can improve also.
It was really emotional because I knew it was the last time I was going to play on this field or wear the home jersey.
It was upsetting, but it was also a pretty happy moment. Being able to walk down with my family, everybody applauding, it was nice.
Seeing my mom, my dad, and my sister walk out with me was really special and made me feel good as long as making them feel good. They were very happy with everything that I succeeded in my high school career. I'm glad that I made them proud.
Walking out with my grandmother and my brother on senior walk meant a lot. I personally remember my first time being part of this ceremony. It was my sophomore year. Watching all the seniors come out, it really made me think, wow, I really don't want this to be my last game. Then when it was my time going up there doing that, it felt like a little bit of a shock. I was happy for myself and the team and all the seniors that are going to play on in this game, but it was also sad to see us step here for our last time.
Looking at it, I like that the game was canceled, even if the JV didn't get to enjoy their last game, but at least they were able to come up with us.
It was great to see some JV guys get some touch on the field. It really gave them a touch of varsity, and with that touch, it gives them a sense of urgency to want to come back, work harder, and be on that field once more.
It was nice having a packed sideline.
Just made us feel like one huge family.
It showed the bond between us, between the teams. The varsity JV split didn't matter. Everybody came together, both the varsity and JV jerseys on the sideline, and everybody just cheering on for just to Mepham to win, not even varsity lacrosse, just Mepham lacrosse.
Our coaches always say to us, you want to be playing your best lacrosse in May. I felt we were really peaking towards the end of the season.
We were scoring almost 15 goals a game and letting up 1 or 2.
And I thought we had the good energy going to the Long Beach game.
Beatable. I knew that we could definitely hang with them and we could definitely play, and there was a very good chance that we could come out with a win.
Last year it was a gritty and tough physical game, and we stuck with them last year. Took it to overtime, beat them, upset them.
Being part of that class last year as a junior and winning on that field, it was probably one of the greatest feelings in my entire lacrosse career.
It was going to be probably more difficult because we didn't have the same defense and guys we had last year.
Our expectation coming into the season is to win a playoff game for the first time ever in the history of Mepham.
I was very nervous, knowing that my whole season and my entire life of lacrosse could be ended after this game. It's pretty tough to block it out, but you really just got to focus on the game, focus on playing for the other kids that are there and not just really for yourself.
It was a rainy day, not the best conditions to be playing on for any team.
I don't think I'll ever forget the warm-up before the game where it's pouring rain. We're the only team there and we're still stinging shots.
It really showed the amount of work we put in and how we won't stop as Pirates fighting for that playoff game. First quarter of the game, went down a couple goals, but I had no lack of faith that our offense could put goals in and help us stay in this game. We went into halftime with a 6-4 game. I remember saying to the coaches, we can't lose steam. We got to keep our foot on the gas, because I knew that's how we would lose this game. They started running up a couple goals as we were losing more.
That's really when I started to realize that this was probably going to be it.
It was a sad thing to see when all your players start to have their heads down and you yourself start to have your head down a little bit.
I was just looking at the scoreboard, looking around, taking it all in one more last time, just saying to myself, damn, this shit goes quick.
As the clock struck 0, I wasn't entirely upset because I knew that my team and all my friends and family and supporters, we all gave it our all. And watching us play as hard as we did in the first half, I said to myself, I was like, I really love the kids that I'm with and how we played a great game. And even if we don't come out on top, I'm happy with our performance because of how we've repped and how we've done everything to our best abilities.
For you guys who are seniors, man, I can't thank you enough. You know, not just for this season, but the off season, all the little things I ask you guys to do. Coming here on Sundays, sacrificing your time to try to make the program better. All right, I promise you, you're gonna look back at this program, you know, as long as I'm here and as long as these guys are here with me, you know, you're gonna be able to come back and look at this program and be proud of it, man. Because we're gonna keep going forward because of guys like you seniors who are walking out the door tonight.
Coming around to the last speech I'd ever hear was pretty sad. I got a little choky in the locker room. It's because these guys really helped shape my career. They're helping me go to play college lacrosse, which is a big dream of mine, coming into high school.
Definitely satisfied with the season and definitely proud that Zeke had so much pride in us and had so much faith in the team.
We had the best connection with our seniors to sophomores and seniors to juniors that I feel like I've ever felt in my 4 years playing here.
We all were pretty good friends. It was a family.
The relationship I have with all my senior lacrosse players is something I will never forget.
They were my brothers, like Rob, Scal, and Rudy. I've been playing lacrosse with them since as long as I can remember, since I was a little boy. It just hurts not playing with them anymore.